Welcome back for another episode of The Beat. Today we got the follow-up from the amazing podcast last year with George Smeddles. How's it going, mate?
All good. Very burnt from today, as I was saying, Sean. But yeah, all good. Very happy to be here.
Down at Bondi catching some rays?
Yeah, well, weather wasn't the best today, but yesterday, my God. And I did the walk from Coogee to, if I said that right, Coogee?
Just about.
Coogee.
It's better than Paige's attempt.
Yeah.
Coogee?
It's a pass.
Well, I've been
B
there
plus.
for a few days, so I should know. Coogee to Bondi, and the weather was nice, so I got super burnt.
Looks like you got a bit of colour.
Yeah.
More than me, at
I'm
least.
burning up, man. Big time.
No sunscreen?
Yeah, no, it was really nice. I was, believe it or not.
You're right, you had sunscreen on?
I did. I was still getting it. It's have you got a hole in your ozone here?
Is that a myth, all that stuff?
Is that why I thought, fuck, I'm getting like I still had it on.
Yeah.
I don't get this burn at home, or if I'm in Ibiza.
We got a stronger UV rays or something.
It's definitely stronger here.
You reckon?
Yeah, 100%.
I
don't really get burnt.
Yeah, it's different.
Right. Yeah.
Oh, mate, here are my arms. Yeah.
Pick up the Aussie sun.
But yeah, amazing. Anyway, yeah.
What have you been up to on your off days from touring?
When I got here, I went to. Where did I go first? Went to Byron. Amazing.
Byron's such a lovely
Byron.
spot.
Then went up to Noosa. Love Noosa as well. Really, really nice. Then come to, is it Melbourne, the first one?
Oh, you Melbourne first up, 161.
Yeah. Then here. Yeah. And
Yep.
then obviously I've had 3 days just chill out around Coogee and Bondi.
You had a bit of a
Super chill.
stitch up. Was it when you first arrived and then you were going to Brisbane? The flights were a ridiculous price. They jacked them up.
It was that it was the
1,500
football,
for
wasn't it?
Yeah.
There's some
AFL.
finals on that, and yeah, it was there. But there's like 8 flights a day or something from
Yeah,
Sydney.
there's
to,
a lot.
Probably.
Oh, my dad was saying actually about that because I was telling him about this. Apparently, that is Sydney to Melbourne. You might need a fact check on this. Is the most profitable route in the world.
Oh,
For
really?
Sydney to Melbourne.
Nah.
Yeah, we're gonna need a fact check on
Yeah,
this.
Oh,
Well,
shit. That's crazy.
It was busy, so I'm not surprised.
Yeah, but yeah, Qantas was getting absolutely rinsed for pumping the price up because usually to get down to Melbourne it might be like you get flights funded $200 or around that,
Yeah.
and like $750, whatever it was. It's just fucking.
Yeah, it was
Highway
super
robbery.
busy, but yeah, we got on, and the gigs were good. So
Yeah, because you were saying you wanted to see more of the country this time. Usually you're kind of just travelling around like straight to your shows. So you just wanted to soak it in a bit.
Yeah, exactly that. Well, normally I come here for, I think it's 2 to 3 week tours. I think the first one was even longer actually. But yeah, I look, who don't want to see this place when you come here, especially from, if you're from the UK or outside of Australia. Do you know what I mean? It's beautiful here. It seems like if you stay around anywhere near to the coast, and that's where all my gigs are, or the places that are easy to get to, you're like 10, 15 minutes from paradise.
Yeah.
You know? Near enough, aren't you? Like everywhere I've been here, I'm like, fucking hell, sorry, man, I swear.
Yeah.
But,
Oh, what the hell?
Yeah. But yeah, it's so nice here. I absolutely love it, honestly.
Yeah.
Like I said, I was saying to you in the car earlier, if it wasn't for my family, this is a place I could really see myself living, definitely. But family's a big part of who I am, and I spend a lot of time with them. A lot of my cousins are girls. I've got a little sister, and very, very, very close with all of them. So it'd be hard for me to move this far, but I want to, hopefully I'm here every year still, as long as I work hard in the studio and keep pumping out the beats. I should keep coming back, and next year definitely like to spend longer. I say that every time I come, but yeah, like to spend longer here next year, definitely.
Where's your favourite city to just visit in Australia?
Oh, you put me under pressure. I've only been here 3 times. Come on.
That's enough to make
And
you
why is
mind
it
that.
Sydney?
Yeah.
Where's your face?
I think Sydney's very accessible to all these other places that you can go to.
Like London in that respect.
Yeah, well, what I mean is, if you're in Sydney, you can go to Bondi.
Yeah.
I haven't been to many of the other main cities. When I go to the main cities, when I've been to Brisbane for a gig, when I've been to Melbourne for a gig, I'm there for a night.
Yeah.
If I'm in Sydney, it's normally where I land first or where I'm going to go home from. So it gives me a chance to spend at least 2 or 3 more days here. So I've got to explore a bit more. But so yeah, I would say Sydney probably. Yeah.
Yeah, it's probably the less glorious side of touring that I think a lot of people who who aren't kind of in the industry don't realise that most of the time you're on the road, you're in a place for literally a night, you're flying out the next day, so you don't always get to see things.
Oh, 100%.
So yeah, I think you've done the right thing coming out the week earlier, getting to see the place,
100%.
relax and
well,
stuff.
I'm starting to get that now, you know?
Yeah,
It's taken a while for me to learn it, but I can't always do that.
No.
You know, because I've got gigs the week before, there's other things going on. But yeah, definitely getting that now, that if I get the chance, if I can, I will.
Yeah.
100%. I played in Brazil a couple of months ago, and I got it's the first time I've ever played there. I was there for 24 hours, you know, and everyone's like, oh God, you've been to Brazil. It's amazing. And I'm in Sao Paulo, which is, you know, this unbelievable city that I've heard so much about, but I'm in a hotel room. Like I land and I've got a couple of hours, I'm getting picked up and going to the gig, and then I get back from the gig and I've got to get picked up again to go. So, you know, there's you go into these amazing places, and you know, I'm not going to knock it, but sometimes you don't get to see them as well. I don't get to see them as much as I'd love to.
What was it like playing in Brazil? Like just crowd wise and stuff?
Wicked, amazing. Brazilians, yeah. Well, I only had one experience, and it was a good one.
Can imagine they'd be proper house heads over in Brazil.
Yeah, they was 100%. Yeah. Really into music, really responsive to like some of my newer stuff as well. They knew like some of the newer tracks. I could tell they knew some of the stuff that's on South, that was coming out on South. Yeah, it's really cool.
Proper hardcore fans.
There's a party in Sydney called Sutra Sunrise. A lot of the demographic are European or South American, and the energy there is just like unlike anything ever.
Really?
Like in Sydney, like just crazy, really up for it. Everyone just dancing. There's no phones out. It's just proper. Like everyone's having it.
Right up there for I'd say it's up there for the best party in Sydney for sure. Really good vibes. Yeah. Next time I'll have to take you there.
Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah,
definitely.
They go through till like midday the next day from the night.
Really?
And there's just it's packed.
Yeah.
It's like they're just having it.
That's
like
why it's to the party.
Yeah. Yeah.
You've had quite. You go.
Go on.
I would say you had quite a busy summer.
Yes.
Lots of touring, Ibiza shows.
Yeah, one of the busiest summers. Well, probably I think it was my busiest summer playing outside of the UK. I don't think I've been in so many airports in such a short space of time. I literally, like sometimes some months every week, a couple of times a week. I've been playing a lot outside the UK, a lot in Europe. Had a few different tours. It's been a lot of fun. It's been good.
It's got to feel pretty rewarding as an artist when you're playing so many gigs outside of your country, knowing that your music's hitting the mark and your profile's growing.
100%. That's what I was just about to say. Like, you know, I'm very, very grateful for what I'm doing. You know, people say it all the time, but I am. You know, it's more so when I'm on my own traveling. You definitely feel it more. You're like, fucking hell, sometimes it can be a pain in the ass, especially if you're drinking.
Yeah.
You know, if you're not drinking, which I've done a lot this year, you know, you're moving through airports, you're like, oh, shit, you know, or especially when you're taking off, you're in the air, about to get to a gig, you're like, shit, I'm very lucky to be doing this. And this is what I fucking work for, you know?
Yeah.
I've worked my ass off for this, you know? It hasn't come easy. Trust me, it's been years and years of getting knockbacks and shit ain't happening. I'm like, oh, why is it never me? Why am I always one not to get this? And it never works out for me. And, you know, I'm like, well, fucking work harder then. And that's what I did. And so, you know, when stuff starts to happen, you know, when this year, I think I've appreciated stuff more than a lot of other years. So it's been a good year, definitely.
I suppose, like, when you're an artist as well, once you tick off certain goals and milestones, you're always sort of looking to the next thing, so you don't really get much of an opportunity to sort of soak it in and smell the roses.
100%. It's a job or a job and a life in the fast lane, isn't it? I think it's
not
what
for
it
the
is.
faint of heart.
Oh, you're constantly, and it was one of my New Year's resolutions actually for this year to stop thinking about, you know, the next thing. I've got that next month though. I've got that in 3 weeks. I've got that next year. Because that's what you're always doing, you know, because you're looking forward to so much and you've got all these amazing things happening and you're always looking forward and don't necessarily pay attention to what's going on around you right now. So, 100%, definitely.
You did a tour of America. Is that the first time you've been to America as for a tour?
What, this year?
Yeah, March.
No.
Oh God.
Certain it said
this year.
I've been there
Must be true.
Yeah.
Resident Advisor stitching me up. I'm certain it's.
No, I think
Was that
maybe 6 times I've been there, 7.
But not this year.
What, first? No, not this year.
Yeah, right.
No.
Resident Advisor Tommy Porky, unless I've.
Yeah. Who told you that? To be
Gregory Smeddles.
Yeah, every time I go there though, sometimes it's to new places. So it might have been a tour of a new area.
Yeah, right.
You know. So,
We'll let you off.
yeah, we'll let you off. We've got to let them off.
Yeah, we'll forget about that one then.
Just on your European summer, you mentioned before 10 hours in Germany, Rotterdam. Were they some of the highlights?
Yes, 100%. So it was in, where did I play in? Germany.
Yeah, you said it was 10 hours.
That was in 10 hours. The 10-hour set.
Yeah.
That was in Frankfurt. Yeah, that was good. That was good. Definitely one of the highlights. 100%. Yeah, it's hard because a lot of people, a lot of artists or DJs and stuff might remember when people ask them their favourite gigs, but I am enjoying a lot of the gigs. What I do, so when people ask me on the spot, it's very hard. But every time I go there, though, I played there every year for 3 or 4 years. Last year I played about 8.5 hours, I think, which was fun.
You got some
Keeps getting
stamina.
longer.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
This year's 10 years. I was only meant to do a 3-hour set.
And they just
So I didn't even take no records with me. Nothing. I just thought, look, I'm going to go and do 3 hours. And they was actually, look, I'm going to be honest here. They was actually asking me to go on a bit longer. And I was like, look, I've got a run tomorrow and it's for charity. So I'm going to have to go. Like I wasn't even really drinking. I was like, I'm going to have to shoot. And I got to the end, near the end of, halfway through, and I thought, I'm enjoying this.
I'm getting close.
Yeah, and then I got to the end, and they asked me again. I was like, you know what? Let's just keep going. And then after that, they didn't even have to ask me again. It was the room's rocking. I'm like, okay,
I'm gonna jump off.
Nah, 100%. I'm enjoying it. Honestly, yeah. Could have kept. The only reason I stopped was because I had a flight. And I've got the driver next to me. He was there the whole time. The poor sod. He's going, whenever you're ready. I'm like, be ready in a minute. Like 10 hours later, and I just jumped in the car with him and literally went straight to the airport. Got on a flight. Yeah, that was it.
Did the run?
Sorry?
Did you do the run?
Oh, there was no run.
How do you go?
That was. I've had to come up with tactics to try and. Sorry, my phone keeps going off.
That's a fine. We actually just implemented a new fine system.
Whose phone went off before?
That wasn't mine.
That was one of yours.
That wasn't me.
Jamal ringing me.
Yeah, we actually implemented a new fine system. So we've just started. Sorry to cut you off. We've just started fines. So if your phone rings on the potty, was it $5 or $10?
I think it was $5.
I'm cool with that. Well, I've just got mine. I've put mine on silent, so I'm happy with that.
So you still got to pay your fine.
Collect money.
Your fines too. So how do you go about curating like a 10-hour set? Obviously you didn't get time to actually prepare for that, but in your minds, once you're there, is there a sort of strategy you're thinking, or you just go with the flow?
Yeah, you just got whoever's there, whoever's in front of you,
Whoever's left.
whatever they want. Yeah, and whoever's left. Yeah.
Some.
Well, but you'd be surprised in Germany. It's not whoever's left. It's who's getting started.
Yeah,
to
true.
be honest, there's some strong characters out there, and they're really into the house music. So. Yeah, the clubs are sort of seem to like they're almost. You go into them and you're shut off from the world kind of vibes. Once you're in that, you're in
no
it.
real phones and stuff.
Yeah,
in those clubs,
there's no phones.
Culture.
100%. There may be the odd one or two. I don't know. I didn't see any, but they're in it. They're fully with you, and you just feed off them whatever they want. You say how do I go about it? Maybe I test certain songs. A lot of the time maybe. I think, they might not want that. Or I know this isn't going to go down that well. I know it won't be a flop, but I know it won't go down that well. But it will tell me a lot about what they want next.
Yeah.
I just keep doing these little testers, and that might set me up for another hour or two. So
yeah, it's like I think I was saying before off camera, we went to a festival in Germany in July. It's called Melt Festival. The Germans just rave so well, like. Barely ever seen phones out, and if there was phones out, it wasn't from a German. It's like from an Aussie or something like.
Germanist.
Yeah.
Germanist.
Germanist.
Well, I didn't. What did I say that?
Germanist. Yeah.
You just unlocked a whole new word. Germanist.
Oh, I didn't even realise I said that.
Sounds like you should be Jamaican saying it. Germanist.
Oh, that's a shocker.
No, I love that. I love that.
Yeah.
Now we've got to say Germanist instead of Germanist.
Fuck, I didn't even realise I said that.
No, I love that. Oh, I love it.
But yeah, back to my. Oh, fucking hell. I'm going to go. Yeah, back to my point. There's barely any phones out. And if a phone did come out, it was usually from an Aussie when Marlon Hofstadt would play one of his big records or something. And yeah, they just vibe really well. Like, the Germans do it well when it comes to music.
If you know, I could say if people are into house music, they'll vibe. That's talking for someone who plays house music in clubs week in, week out. But I think if people are in or anywhere and they're into music, or listen to music in a place that they really enjoy, they're gonna vibe. If you're pulling out phones a lot, maybe not for everyone, but maybe you're in a place that your friends, have said to go to, or you think it's cool to go to, or you're just going there to hang out and have a drink anyway. But if you're really into that music, you ain't putting your phone in the air when a tune's dropping, because I fucking ain't. I'm telling you. I'm taking that shit in.
Yeah,
so
in the moment.
Yeah, maybe it's an age thing a little bit, or it's a lot of things that go into factor. I'm not knocking it because it pushes things forward
for sure.
How have you seen the crowd sort of evolve in that respect over the last, since you've been playing out a lot more often, like the last decade or so? How do you feel you've seen the crowds change with when different platforms become bigger and those kind of things?
What within
in terms of like the crowds being more receptive to tunes and more I suppose how educated they are and how like into it they are. Sorry,
in different areas.
Yeah, in the UK and just playing around.
Yeah, with phones you mean?
Yeah, that kind of thing.
Yeah, it's definitely. Look, I'm not gonna lie. It's definitely got. So I won't say worse. It's definitely more people are definitely doing it for some reason. Definitely, because it's strange because. It'd be wicked if someone did a survey, and did where it was that everyone who takes a video from a club that night, let's see how many of you actually watch it back.
No one.
Who's gonna fucking watch the video back? Yeah. Even when I've done it, like sometimes I do. If I'm like I was going to see Kerry China sometimes. If I've got a night off and he's playing, sometimes I actually fly somewhere and go and see him because I fucking love the music. And even once or twice of that night, maybe more, I will pull my phone out because I'll do. But sometimes you don't always. I'll have videos on my phone where I haven't watched it back. So I don't know. It is a strange one. It's definitely people are definitely doing it more, but it's just the way more people on their phones now.
I feel like it's almost hitting the point where it's gotten sort of so bad that there's almost becoming like a turning point. I know, like Bibby did, I think it was a show this year at Ibiza. It was no phones, and then I think a couple
EastEnders.
EastEnders, and I think
Fuse
as well.
Fuse.
Yeah. That South label as well. They did.
Yeah, yeah. I heard about it. Yeah.
Well, we might as well.
Yeah, you know what? That was a risk, and I didn't see it as a risk, but now I'm like shit because we've had to do an EPK. You know, an EPK where you so for anyone who don't know, it's like a write-up that you have to do about your event, what you're gonna take to these clubs. Is that right?
For pitching,
for pitching the photos, videos, anything you can add to it, basically to go to the club and say this is what we want to take there. I didn't even get a photographer.
Oh wow!
For that, which is I should have done, but honestly, it was the most stressful 2 weeks of my life building up to that party. Because I was trying to do a lot myself. I did a lot of the promo myself. I made a lot of the videos myself building up to it. I'd normally just get someone else to do this stuff, but I wanted to set a standard where I was like, right, well, I'm not a professional at none of this stuff, and if I can do it, or this is what I'm going to do next time, I'm going to pay you to do it. And you've got to do it better. But this is the standard, And I was focusing on all this other stuff about all the. Did you see the promotional videos I was doing?
Yeah, in the venue.
I was focusing on all that, and I forgot to get a fucking photographer in. Like the most standard thing. I've run events when I was younger. I have two photographers at all the events, so I forgot to do that. Kind of just the whole camera thing just went out of my head. But I said no videos or no phones on the dance floor, and it was very risky for a first party because I'm the first one to say, as I just said earlier, it pushes shit forward, you know.
100%.
So me not doing that is very risky, and now we've got to get this EP across. I'm like, oh shit, I ain't got a lot of content. We've streamed the whole thing. Liam, who was here last time,
big up Liam.
he streamed the whole thing. Yeah, big up Liam.
Miss you, Liam.
Yeah.
Keep watching. Hello.
Buckets, he's not watching.
We did 3 or 4 static cameras in the party.
At least you've got that content.
We've got that, but there was a lot of smoke being blown in, and while I'm running around trying to make sure everyone's happy and everyone's, everything's going all right and the door's going well, and being a promoter for the first party, I was not realising, I weren't checking the videos. I said to Liam sort of to keep your eye on it, but he was running around doing his own thing as well. So there was a lot of smoke being blown into these cameras. I don't think you could see a lot. The streams are going up. They're going to look sick because we've got they're going to look wicked. But yeah, going back to that, it was definitely a big risk, and that I didn't realise how much it would be at the start because you need that content to build hype, for the next ones. But at the same time, I think we're going to be good because there was so many people that came through and that paid on the door.
The capacity.
That had a good time, and a lot of people talk about that. And people are intrigued by this no phone stuff now, and like you said, there's a lot of people doing it. BB, Fuse, EastEnders, who I didn't know did it. There's a reason for that, things get to a point sometimes where they get so bad, and people start rebelling against them. They're like, no, fuck it,
You see those videos, it'd be like DC10 back in 2010, and then they'll show like today, and the comparison, like
vibes is way different.
Back then, everyone's just having a mad time. These days, it's just like.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So when they did like the split screen. Yeah. That was kind of what I was trying to sort of get at. It's seeing hands in the air at a party.
Can't beat it.
Seeing that, a load of torches or that. It's like shit, man. Like you just look at that, you're like, oh, well, they're just I don't know what they're interested in, or well, obviously you do, but it just doesn't look that great. You see hands, you're like, fuck, I want to be in there.
What a vibe.
Like that's where I want to be. Like I need to go. I need to be at the next one. Yeah. So that's where I was trying to get at with it.
So how did the, I guess we'll call it a label showcase? Would you call it?
Yeah.
Yeah. How did that all come about? Like, where did the idea start that you want to start doing shows with the label?
Well, it was always going to get to that point. Definitely. It was just sort of a matter of time. My agent, Dre. He was a massive help in pushing it forward and saying, look, let's just go and do it. I was like, I'm kind of, I want to be a perfectionist of everything. I'm like, are we ready? Should we do it now? He's like, we're doing it. Let's just go and do it.
The Band-Aid off.
My manager, Ross, he was really keen on pushing it forward as well. So that's kind of why we did push it forward. And I was like, fuck it, we've got to at some point. There's a lot of interest on the label. A lot of people are sending us music now. The music that we're releasing is doing really well. Why wouldn't we do a party, And we did it, and the tickets are slow in London. I'm not going to lie. But a lot of people said to me, day before, week of, day of, they start flying, and they did. And then on the day, like, the remaining, what we had left, which I never thought, I was happy with the tickets we sold to have a good party. And then it was just, people were just still rolling up. And then we was just doing, roll in, roll out sort of thing.
So you hit capacity.
Yeah. So, and that's another thing. We took on a 700 cap club in London with no walk up. It's in Hackney, and it's kind of in the middle of nowhere. Basically on an industrial estate. Thank you. Yeah. So it was like, that's another risk I didn't realise. It was something like, this club just looks sick. I want to do the party there. So we're looking around for ages at all these different venues. I'm like, nah. I just know I've been to loads of parties here, and I need South to be different. I know everyone says it's quite cliche, but I need this thing to be different because I need to bring something different to the scene. It's only fair because there's so much of the same shit going on everywhere.
Definitely. I think that was with us for Switch. I feel like one of the reasons why Switch has been successful is because the venue they're doing it at, it pretty much hasn't had any raves as such or dance music events in there, and not on a regular scale as well. So it was something different to bring to the city market. Obviously, you brought that to London, which is obviously a huge testament to the
tell
band.
That with your party, definitely. The sound, the lighting, like the care, the care and attention that went into that. It was, I really, really appreciate it playing for you myself.
Yeah, it's
I
a
ain't just
pleasure to
saying
have
it
you.
because I'm here, honestly.
That's right.
I'm not. I think I even said to you after the party, I'm
Yeah.
not going to sit here blowing smoke out
Yeah,
your
of
ass, but
course.
you had a seriously good crowd there, and the setup was sick.
Yeah, the crowd was like
We were
vibing
rapt
so
to hear
good.
that. Like the other night when you said that was like a really quite musically educated crowd, we were rapt to hear that. 'Cause,
Yeah,
like
well,
I suppose when we're, like you said before, like any promoter rushing around different bits, sometimes
oh yeah,
you don't stop
you're on
and think
another
about that kind
planet.
of stuff.
You don't really log on to shit until the next day.
Yeah.
Or even a few days after, because you're just sort of in down mode from the stress. Well, it was my first party. I don't know about you guys.
No, it doesn't get easier.
Oh, mate,
yeah,
we're a fucking
right.
wreck every game day.
We bought the PS5. That's what we bought it
Yeah.
for. Stress.
Yeah.
Yeah, with Dave.
I had a game on that, didn't I? As well.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, in the green room.
Oh
that was
shit!
the
Did I lose?
Xbox.
Oh no, I drew.
Drew.
Who did I play? Did I
Me.
play you?
Yeah, 0-0.
Yeah,
Right, we need another one.
yeah.
PS5.
We'll have another one in a bit.
Yeah, the crowd was just like the crowd's always pretty good at Switch, like all bias aside. But on Saturday, like it was just non-stop, just everyone was just grooving, like no phones out, like even in the videos.
Yeah,
which,
man, I was sort of surprised at that as well. People were just dancing, mate.
Yeah.
and the main thing, like a friend of mine, Shay Damien, he said to me a little while ago, like, yeah, I actually said to him, look, maybe it's a good idea that you take some with you to get some video content when you're playing. He said, look, I'm not about that. I said, look, I'm not. I'm really not. But, you've got a few London shows coming up, and it'd be nice to actually like put on your socials what
Definitely.
you're playing. There's a lot of angles from outside the booth, from fans and stuff that are videoing him. But it'd be nice to capture quite a lot of tracks that he's playing.
So how'd you go about curating that lineup for South? Are they all artists that have released on the label? They are all artists?
They are.
Yeah.
All of them. Yeah. Kind of.
Roulette. Roulette? Is that how you
Roulette.
pronounce it? Roulette.
Roulette.
Yep.
From.
Andrew
By the way,
Azaria, was it?
unbelievable set he played. Unbelievable. Andrew Azaria, wicked. He's an Irish guy living in Barcelona.
Big up the Paddies.
Yeah.
Living in Barcelona. Interesting.
Sorry? Yeah, living in Barcelona, yeah.
Yeah,
I,
right.
I was so lucky, like a few of my family come down. The amount of people actually said, like, wow, George, all the people you're surrounding yourself with and you've booked, they're all just so nice. Like, they all come, after their set, before their set, and they were just mingling, talking to everyone, not as...
Yeah.
Even some have flown over. I've flown them over, and they're not giving it, the
big one.
I'm too important. It's that they've actually gone and spent time with everyone in the crowd and
That's nice to hear.
have a nice dance. Yeah, it was.
From your family, yeah.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah.
And then you played a special garage set with Luke, didn't you? It was a garage
Yes.
set, yeah.
Yeah, hour and a half set
an
at the end.
interesting
We
one.
actually we did that. Well, on the day, Luke was actually sending me a few. We said we was going to do a back to back at the end, and he was sending me some, old school, bumpy sounding garage housey stuff. And I'm like, oh fucking hell! Like I think Luke hasn't. He told me when we was on the phone. He said, look, I've never seen you play. He's like, I thought you'd like this. I thought you this. This is your sound. Like, I'm looking forward to the set. And I think that's obviously what he thought that I'd be playing because he's never seen me play before. I think a lot of people think that I play the more old school, soulful stuff. I don't always. It's just when the crowd's right. So I'm like, fuck it, let's just do a garage house set. Let's just go in and do one of them. And we did, and it was one of the best sets, one of the best back-to-backs I've had, to be honest. And we're buzzing for it to come out. It'd be good.
Oh, you recorded it?
Yeah, it's all streamed. Streamed it on the Tascam as well, so it'll be up on YouTube, SoundCloud.
Might have to
Yeah,
be
it's
more of those garage sets, do you think?
I think so. Well, I think me and Luke are definitely going to do another one.
He's a wizard. Like, obviously, it was you kind of put us on to Luke. Like, we were aware of Luke, but then it was when we got you in the studio last time.
Oh,
he
yeah,
was,
of course,
and I think
yeah.
I think you said something like he's the most forward-thinking producer you've
Young
seen.
producer,
or something.
yeah.
Of that
That's
age,
such a
yeah.
young
age.
It was just intriguing me. Someone that age was making beats that was making people dance.
Yeah,
Not of that age. He was 17, I think.
ridiculous.
Something like that.
We caught up with him when we were in London, and then we went for a studio session. He's just going through all these fucking beats. Ridiculous, like genuinely fucking
Yeah.
so talented.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's very, very talented. He is. Very,
Yeah.
very
They've got some
talented.
good genes in that family.
Yeah, they have.
Got
have
Matt's
that
younger brother,
as well.
Joss, I think.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. You got Josh now as well.
Yeah,
I've
yeah.
never seen him play.
Yeah.
I've never actually met him.
Either of either.
To be fair, yeah.
Yeah, fucking very talented family, aren't they?
Yeah, 100%. Definitely, mate. Big things to come.
Yeah.
Speaking of young, talented producers, you did mention before you're getting quite a few demos for coming through the South. What are you looking for at the moment? What's sort of catching your eye as far as releases for the label?
Just good music, to be honest. And I know it sounds quite, cliche and whatever, but it's hard to come by, I think. Good music these days. So, not stuff that's rushed, stuff that's kind of different, not just looking for just straight up house records or tech house or looking for a bit of everything, if I want to build EPs, if there's a garage track in there. I think I even said this before, actually. I remember saying this before, but yeah, I'm still standing by it. So that's actually a good sign.
Yeah, very good sign. So you wouldn't say that South has a specific sort of sound, it's just good quality?
I think it's getting a sound, but I think I'd rather it have the reputation of just good quality house music,
tunes,
and even on an EP, if there's not a house tune, if we've got a bit of garage house, or we can just lean into other stuff, but we just want good music, at the end of the day, stuff that's going to make people move. You've
brought someone on board to A&R with you, is that correct?
Yes, a friend of mine, Jacob, from North America. It's from Vegas, actually.
Why Jacob?
Knows how to party, obviously.
Good question, sorry.
He knows how to party.
Yeah, he knows how to party. Yeah. He does know how to party. He's a lovely guy. I need to work with people that I like, and who I get on with. I like his morals. I like the way he talks about people. Most importantly, I like his ear for music. Not the same as mine. Necessarily not 100% the same as mine, but he wants to build relationships in the UK and Europe and get into maybe, being an agent or a manager he doesn't know yet. And I want to help him. I like him. And I thought, I'm getting overloaded. Not overloaded, but I'm getting a lot of music sent to me. And I hate missing stuff, and I do a lot because, as I said to you guys before, and as you know, I don't like being on my phone.
No.
When I've got to post stuff on social media and stuff, that's when I go on my phone.
Sure.
But I don't sit there going through my WhatsApp and going through Instagram. I just don't. So, he's making sure that we're not missing anything, and then we're having catch-up calls and going through all of them, and I'm making sure he's replying to everyone, and I'm replying to a lot of them as well with honest feedback. So we're just getting a bit of a system going. It's, someone who's in my ear going, we've got these promos here, instead of me having other things to do and sort of forgetting about. I just set South's my baby, and it's moving forward. It's that's it's my main project. So I need everything and everyone to be firing on all cylinders. So having someone coming on who's really interested, it makes sense.
How many demos would you say you get a week?
It's always different. When I've got a gig coming up and I'm posting about a gig, I get shitloads, I'm always sitting and go, I get fucking 100 a week. I get a lot when I've got a good gig coming up. There's a festival coming up, you get shitloads. But yeah, we're getting sort of, at the moment, I think, I don't actually know. Because I was getting into 3 different inboxes. Or 4, actually. I've got, I won't say them all, but I've got my work one that was being used for South, and then I started the South, so I got the South one, and then I got Smeddles promo.
You probably get them over
Instagram. There was 4. So I was getting them, and then when I'm out, especially when you're partying, oh yes, have we seen demos? Take this one. I'm giving everyone different fucking emails. I'm like, so this is another reason I was called Jacob.
Yeah,
like, this is where we send our demos to. But yeah,
a lot.
A lot. Yeah, we'll say on I don't even know on average, to be honest. Mate, so let's say 50, 60.
That's a lot. Like, as far as listening every week, that's a lot still.
Yeah.
Like, to be listening to tunes and be able to give feedback on them as well. That's a lot of time.
It is. So, a lot of weeks it's a lot lower, but yeah, it is a lot.
So what have you got coming up for the rest of the year?
Well, we've got maybe one more South party. We're not sure yet. I don't want to rush it. Not about, there's a lot of other things that I have to squeeze in. But South, nothing I've done with South so far, releases or parties, I've rushed. So I'm not going to start now. Other than that, gigs, very, very busy. October's busy. November's busy. Should I get my calendar up?
Yes.
See where I'm playing?
Go on. Okay, just see the
I can't
calendar.
actually remember. So, November. We've got Rotterdam. I played in Netherlands more than the UK
Wow.
this year and last year, I think.
Proper house heads in
Oh,
Netherlands.
mate, I love playing there.
Yeah.
Is that where that you played at Joy?
Joy.
Is that
Yes.
Is that
Joy,
that's
I
Rotterdam?
played, I think, 4 or 5 times at Joy. Yeah, love Joy.
What's that
Sick.
like there?
Oh, it's amazing. It's just the way they are. They're promoters to look up to. That's for sure. How they treat their artists, how they run the parties, the lighting, the sound system. They give it's nothing. This wouldn't make me be saying this about them.
Yeah.
But they give you like they give me a jumper last time. It's not about that. It's about the fault.
Yeah.
And these little things that you do. It's all about, in my eyes, if you're promoting, it's about the little things you do. And they definitely have all that covered. They're just great promoters. They're great guys. I love the way they book, versatile lineups. It's not always the same. So, like the opposite to Clicky.
Yeah.
Their
That's what you
parties.
want.
They're always so different. Yeah, it's really good party, Joy.
Is that Colorado, Charlie? Is that the way they do them? Did they do one there?
I
recently?
played. I don't think I played Colorado, Charlie, but I played. Yeah, all the other. No, not.
Yeah.
No, it's not
place
that.
looks nuts. I think they did one there maybe a month or two ago. Looks crazy.
Is that the venue or
Yeah, like the beachy kind
Yeah,
of.
it was. It
yeah.
was the beach club I played from for, but it wasn't. I think it might have been close by to it.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
That looks
Maybe
sick.
it's different venue. Maybe I'm got my venues mixed up.
I'm not too
Yeah.
If they're all, if there's a few on the
But they
beach.
they
maybe-
do they
yeah.
do them there though.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, they definitely do. Yeah.
Yeah, the venue looks off its head.
Yeah. I was playing.
See what we got.
Oh, I think it's another one in. I know Dublin. First time in Dublin.
Hey.
Hey.
Haven't played Dublin before.
That'll be exciting.
Yeah, it will. Yeah, I look forward to that. Apparently, the Irish card are crazy.
Yeah. Give
I've
it a
never
go.
actually played in Ireland.
Really?
Yeah,
It's a good
Just
little
across the-
bucket list. Or not
Yeah,
bucket list,
yeah,
but like
yeah.
something
Yeah,
cool
or
to tick off. Like,
100%, definitely. What else on there? Austin in America.
America, right.
Yeah.
Is that just
Texas.
flying there for one gig and then like, you've got a couple?
No, I think this might be like an anchor date.
Okay,
or-
cool.
Maybe that's where you saw the.
No,
whole
no,
narrative.
I
another
was-
one actually come through today that hasn't been added on here yet. I'm not sure. I think it was an after party, or maybe another two come through today actually that hasn't been added on.
When
here.
a good question on that. When a gig sort of comes through to you, is the process like Ross or Andre will send it through, and then you sort of say, "I want to play it. I don't want to play it." You'll do your research on it if you don't know what it is, and then is that how you sort of approach your gigs, or is it just you'll take
Well,
him? Or?
We've got to the point. I'll have a look, but I think we've got to the point now where I trust who I work with.
Yeah.
Big time. I wouldn't be working with them if I didn't trust them. So yeah, Andre brings in the gigs, so he wouldn't. I know he gets a lot of other gigs. Well, I've gone. Now and again I go out with him and we meet up and stuff. And there's loads of other shows that he hasn't even brought to the table. So he's bringing something to the table. He thinks he's worth it. So if
Yeah.
he thinks he's worth it, you got to trust who you work
Yeah,
with.
of
That's what I was saying
course.
earlier about. I've got to like who I work with,
Definitely.
and I genuinely do. So that's I'm very lucky to. Not everyone can do that.
No.
No.
Fortunate position, I guess. But you
100%.
surround yourself with the right people.
Yeah, and it's taken a while,
Yeah.
but
Got that.
yeah.
And then the release schedule for the rest of the year and for the next 6 months. What's that looking like?
Yeah, busy, very very busy. It's like a good way to finish end of the year. Don't think there's much in the UK, but yeah, Netherlands, Europe, a lot in Europe, the America tour.
I meant on the music front.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry, I think
they're on
gigs.
the- No, sorry.
Yes. So right, we've got some exclusives here then.
Hey.
Should we do it?
Yeah, let's go.
So we can do. I've got an EP coming out on South called Slow Down. That's the reason I got home to mix it. I was saying I mixed an
yeah,
EP
saying
down.
Just get in the studio here and do it.
Yeah, should we do it?
Yeah.
Should we on my laptop? I might be able to see them artists as well. So yeah, so we're gonna do 2 EPs to finish off the year. Everyone's been asking for a track called Reaching as well. I think we might do that at the start of next year. Might even squeeze it in the end of this year. I haven't released a lot of music the last couple of months. Don't know why. No reason for it. Just haven't been rushing them out. Just been playing them, enjoying it. Because the thing is, I make music, and people are like, when's it coming out? When's it coming out? When can I get it? And you put it out, and it's 2 weeks after, someone else got a new track that everyone wants that they're going to play. And all of a sudden, it doesn't go off that much when I play it anymore. So it's nice for me to have some tracks that I've put a lot of love and time into to play myself, So that's why they're coming out later anyway. One's called Slow Down, one's called Thanks for Coming. Both very different tracks. One hits very hard in the club, a lot more energetic. The other ones are more, I don't want to promote drugs, but if anyone's had a very good drink,
Spicy drink.
or whatever else, then they'll very, very, very much enjoy this track. It's what it was made for, to be honest. Just to fucking relax in a club, but really pick you up. Yeah. Then after that, I think I'm going to do a track called Pain Away. There's a lot of tracks I've got. I might have to Bandcamp some of them. I do want to get them out. Yeah, I'm going to put a lot of them myself. I just want to put a lot of my good music out on my own label. I think it makes sense.
Yeah, back yourself and your label.
Yeah. The label's, I've got a lot of people that are following the label and messaging the label and sending music to the label, and now coming to the parties or party so far. I'm so happy with it. So I just feed my music through the label, and give more back to them. So
that's the plan. Your recent season in Ibiza, how was that? You had a few shows over there?
Yes, 7, I believe. It was nice. Basically out every month of the summer.
Yeah,
so,
not bad, hey?
Yeah, it's one of the busiest, definitely, so far. So really, really nice it was. It's such a nice place to go back to.
Yeah,
it's the best.
Fucking crazy, but it's nice. Well, to be honest, actually, the first, I think apart from one gig, I was sober the whole time. I didn't drink.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I didn't.
The old George
gig,
Smeddles
and when I did, blimey, it was a drink. Yeah, it was. I was out that way, but but other than that, the whole summer I didn't have a drink.
Fair play to you.
It's a very different experience for Ibiza, but I loved it.
What was your favourite gig over there?
This year, I have to remember what I played.
Was it Abode, Kaluki, Defected? Did you do Pivot, Cova Santa?
Oh, Pivot, Cova Santa.
Yeah, that was great.
Yeah, not that I didn't love the other gigs. I'm not saying that either. They're all good in their own ways because they're completely different. Completely different crowds. I play different sets. I don't go and play the same set everywhere.
Yeah.
They was good in their own ways, but Piv has sort of felt like a long time coming. It's very much my sound. I got to actually play a bit more sort of chilled, and then pick it right up at the end. And the responses, in the club were crazy. It was really, really good. Really, really nice. There's a lot of friends there.
What's Cova Santa like? Because we just missed out by Piv at Cova Santa by a week, and I was spewing we didn't get to go to that.
Oh, what a shame. You fucked up.
Yeah, that's cool.
You went there, was it last year?
Yeah, what?
Moxie?
Nah, I think it was Kaluki. Did a party there.
Did they?
Yeah, last year.
Okay.
I think I meant to be at Kaluki this year, maybe.
Yeah, I didn't stay. I was more there for the day session. Yeah, they did a day bit upstairs. I went somewhere else in the night.
Hero.
Somewhere else. I did a day bit and then right downstairs, I was there for like an hour and a half. I think Pirate Copy was playing. Pirate Copy. He was going ham, to be fair. It was pretty busy.
We had a boat, didn't we? Oh, it was the night we watched you, I think, with Ben back to back at Abode. I think that Pirate Copy was playing.
I think he was.
Or maybe I'm just.
No, it sounds familiar.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it would have been. Yeah.
How many years have you been playing in Ibiza for now?
So I did my first season, I think, in 2013-14. I wasn't DJing then.
Just a punter.
Just enjoying.
I was just
having a few good drinks.
Trying to,
spicy drinks.
I was going out there trying to be a DJ,
Worked out.
Worked out. Yeah, 100%. Definitely. Yeah, it was. Yeah, I went out there. Didn't know anyone. Didn't have a job. I was going around every week. Every week. Every single day, I'd go out handing out CDs.
Fair fucks, yeah.
Honestly, with every single day, I would go out with CDs that I burned in my room on a laptop that was hanging on. I've actually got a picture of the laptop. I'll send it to you. I've still got it at home. I found it the other day, and it's hanging on by 1 or 2 cables. And I used to have to balance it up against a chair in this apartment. I used to sit there for ages. It took ages. Each CD. Burning these mixes off. I don't know. Sometimes I get a gig in a bar out of it. Rarely, though. And I walk up and down the West End, along, all the way around. I can't remember the name of that bar I used to go to now. They've just relocated by the Egg.
Oh, the classic.
Yeah. Just, everywhere I've grinded out there big time. And then the year after, when I could actually afford a laptop, or maybe it was the season after that, I got Logic for my birthday on the computer. Went out there, and when a lot of my friends were going out, I'd stay in on a lot of the nights out. Like, people actually come up to me now who I was doing seasons with, and it's like, fair play. Like, we remember when you used to stay in, we was all going out.
Probably laughing at you back then.
Honestly, I had a lot of people take the piss. Like, when I was at school, I used to get people rip me if I wanted to be a DJ. And when I was in Ibiza, not everyone would, but everyone would take the piss of being a pussy, not coming out and stuff like that. But I'll be sitting on the balcony and I wouldn't know how to make music because I fucking couldn't. I'll be ringing one of my friends saying, how the fuck do you get a hat sound like that? But it sounded,
still asking them questions.
And I'd just literally stay in and just, because I love it, That's what you do, innit? So I love going out, don't get me wrong, but when my friends would get back from the party, I'd party with them then, if I finish the track.
Play the track to them?
Yeah, I play the track to them. Well, not all the time, but that's when Max Chapman, I met him in DC. I
do remember the Max story.
DC10.
Yeah.
Pulled you back to the afters?
Yeah, pulled back to the afters, signed my first EP on the spot when he come back that time. And then a season after, Darius, we went back to an after Darius. That's how we got friends, literally from an after party. And he was like, what are you doing? I was like, well, I've got to move out of my place tomorrow. I don't know where I'm going to go. So I'm probably just going to move down somewhere in San Anne. And he was like, oh, come stay with me. Come live with me. So literally, that was at Space Closing, I think. I was first time I met Carl Cox in the room. He said that. Next day, I'm actually moving into Darius Austin's house. Someone who I'd followed around the island for 2 or 3 seasons. Every single gig him and Waff played.
Yeah.
I'll be there. Now I'm living with the guy. I'm like...
It's all like sliding doors, moments.
Oh, mate, crazy. Yeah. Mad.
What's one piece of advice you would give to young upcoming producers?
So this is what we were saying earlier.
Yeah.
About, I did a question or ask me anything.
Yes, you ask her anything.
My story.
Yeah.
So basically, I think what I wanted to touch base on most was a lot of producers sort of ask, how do we get our own sound? How do we, who's your inspiration? A lot of the same things. Let me actually look what I wrote down because I wanted to get my point across this.
You were getting this question quite a bit, weren't you?
Loads. I got literally, I think 20 of them come through, and that's why I wrote it down. I thought, right, I'm going to do a video and sort of make it a reel.
Better way to do it than on the podcast.
Exactly. I was actually going to do it out here at the beach. I think when I was in Byron Bay, but I thought, it was way too windy.
Yeah.
When I did the videos, I think I sent you in 2 videos. And
Yeah,
I actually walked off the beach. It was
away from the wind. Yeah, fuck, it's annoying.
I hate the wind, eh?
Yeah.
Wind's the worst. Worst weather. I'd rather be pissing down rain than just windy.
Lowest weather, bro.
Low.
Yeah, if it's not windy, it's not that cold. Even if it is raining. When it's windy, it's freezing. Yeah, that was part of it. You need to make it yourself, So basically, where I was getting at, no one's got your ears. So, your things that you've been through when you were younger, whether it's good or bad, albums that your grandparents might have played, it's all shit that's gone into your ears. Good shit. Bad shit, good shit. Doesn't matter. But it's all stuff that's gone into your brain. And all three of you, it's all been different for you. Yeah?
Yep.
Little things that have happened, experiences, everything, things that you've heard, you driving to school, listen to the radio. You know, you have them certain memories of random shit, like from random shit when you were younger.
Yeah.
That's all little things that stuck in your head. So they're ingredients, you know, and that's what no one else has got. So no one else has got your ear. So people say, oh, you know, how'd you get your own sound? Well, that's your own sound. Literally.
The little moments that sort of
Oh,
made
it's
it.
all them, they're ingredients that go into your head. So just use that. It's you're not going to go in the studio and think, oh, let me try and think when I was 6 years old when I was in the studio, what tune my mum was playing. You know?
Yeah.
It's more, it's more just, there's sounds, there's drums, live drums, and there's things
subconsciously in your
that
mind.
your ears are drawn
Yeah,
to,
yeah.
you know? So just use that. Whatever your ears are drawn to, not what's in the Beatport top 10 or what I'm like at the minute. Oh, let me just try and make a track like that. It's not about that. It's about that is literally how I got my sound and how I make my music. It's what my ears like, and that's why I struggle to make other tracks or tracks that don't sound like me as much, unless I'm making it with someone else. You know, I'm just doing shit that my ears are drawn to, and
Yeah.
that's your sound, and that's from ingredients from when you were younger, shit that you've taken in.
Do you think you've seen a trend of everyone trying to, I guess, follow trends and copying each other?
I think that's probably been around forever. And I don't think it'll ever stop, to be fair, and that's what blows people up as well, you know? It's if someone's doing something well, if someone's doing something really well, and you know, loads of people are going to want to be like them, of course. I mean, it's a bad thing, it's a good thing. But if you want to get your own sound and want to stand out, you know, if you're trying to follow that person, all you're ever going to do is follow that person, because at some point they're going to have to change their sound. And when they do, like, you're just going to be following behind them.
Yeah.
You know, because you're not going to stand out. But if they go left and you think, fuck it, I'm going right, I'm gonna go and do my own shit.
Forge your own path.
Yeah. Or when they want to go right, you're already a bit into it.
Yeah.
So
It becomes a bit easier too as well when you're following what you actually like. Like as
well,
far as
exactly.
like it's something you're doing every day and you need to be enjoying what you're doing. 'Cause if you're
100%.
writing shit that you're not into, then it's not gonna.
Yeah, I write loads of tracks sometimes that I wouldn't always play, and I've released stuff that, oh shit, maybe I shouldn't release that when I was younger, that I wouldn't have played. But at the end of the day, it's what my ear was drawn to, and it put me on the map, sort of thing. And a lot of people enjoyed it, felt it. So it's more important, I guess. You know.
So I don't think last time on the podcast, I don't think we spoke about Late Nites. Do you want to tell us about that project?
Yes, so 4 years ago, started an alias with two of my friends. One's a jazz musician and one's an extremely good DJ and producer. One of my favourite DJs he's a bit older than me. I used to watch him at some parties and stuff. His name's Danny Langan. And yeah, we just got together. Basically, Josh, who plays the keys for us, I was trying to get him to play keys, get him to come into my studio and play keys on one of my tracks, and he's worse than me on his phone. He's a nightmare. Honestly, I couldn't get hold of him. Danny knows him really well, so I said, Danny, look, can you get this guy? I really want him to come in and do some keys. Danny's ended up getting down. And we've ended up just writing a track together. I think we might have done a little bit of work on something I was doing. I was like, look, let's just fucking make a track together. Fuck it, let's have a good time while we're all here. And it sounded really good. I'm like, maybe we should do this again. Done it again. Let's do it again. This sounds good as well. So we just carried on doing it. And they're like, the quality's really, really good. You know, and it was different because Danny plays very, very soulful, old school feel, US driven house, you know, and it was when you're in the studio on your own. When I'm in the studio doing my own stuff, I'm battling my own mind sometimes. Does that sound alright? Is that alright? Is that what I want to do? Is that what I want to take this? You know, and I can be there fucking 12 hours trying to decide on some stuff sometimes. When I'm in with Danny and Josh, I can make tracks very, very quick with them. You know, because it's like we've got three of us. We're happy with that note, sweet, yeah. So we were just making shitloads of music, a lot of music. I think a year and a half ago, we were sitting on 50 unreleased tracks.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
and there's loads more now.
Jeez.
And these are live. So then we started renting a farm. So we rent a farm twice a year now.
It's like a sort of retreat.
Get on the
Yeah,
mushrooms.
Well, it was more because my studio is so small.
Right. Yeah.
And I can only get 3 of us in there, or 4 of us in there. So, and I needed somewhere where we can get, a lot of people in, bring live instruments, have different rooms where I can wire up vocalists and stuff. So yeah, that's sort of how that started. And yeah, it's been going really, really well. I'm doing that for a couple of years now. Got a lot of exciting things coming out. I've just scheduled in a release every 6 weeks for the next year. So
Wow.
next August.
Shit.
Yeah.
It's a good schedule there.
Yeah. So it's very, very, very exciting.
Will you be playing shows together or just purely releasing music?
I think we've got a few little bits lined up, but I think we're going to be focusing on live because everything we're doing is live.
Yeah.
What is that?
Laptop.
Oh, so everything we're doing is live. Like, all the vocalists, we get a different. Basically, at the farm, we get a different vocalist in every day. We've got the same guitarist, 2 guitarists that we use, bass player, and we have different people coming in playing different instruments. Violins, flutes,
Proper musical
Yeah.
experience.
Yeah, like literally, bongo player, drummer, like it's a lot of fun, and it takes a while to mix her as well. So, and especially I'm doing it in a farm, and then I have to go and try and do it in a studio. Yeah,
Different vibe.
yeah, but it's a lot of fun. And some of the music I'm extremely excited about. It's some of the best work I've ever done.
Oof.
By far.
Jeez.
Some of the
Wow.
best work, some of the best work I've ever heard in my life.
Wow.
Wow.
So, some of them I've.
Gonna need a sneak peek at some of
yeah,
those.
Can you show us some of them?
A lot of music is like stuff that I've never even heard anything similar to it
Wow.
ever.
Shit.
And I'm like, that's why I've had to keep. My project as George Smeddles is my main thing, but I couldn't turn down keeping this thing going because it's too special. And it honestly, some of the shit we're coming out with is like, I hate to say it's gonna change the world, but
it's gonna change the world.
it's gonna change shit
Yeah.
because people are craving. I feel for it's not necessarily stuff you're gonna play in the clubs, and it's not the aim of it. It's more just enjoy listening to that.
All right, well, only one of the cameras is working. The boys are still here, but thanks so much for coming back on.
Yeah,
It's been
thank
a
you.
pleasure to
George.
have you out
Pleasure.
here again, play for us. It's been awesome.
Till
My
next
pleasure.
year.
Yeah.
Sure, we'll see you
Nice
soon.
one. Nice
Thank you,
one.
George.
Thank you.